Hey guys, I'm Joe with Motostrano, and here with Louis, our lead mechanic here and certified Bosch technician, and he's going to go over some of the kind of basic ownership pointers when you have your electric bike, and this is a Bosch bike, what you should kind of focus on in terms of home maintenance once you get it home, you ride it, you've got this, this is a high bike X-Duro 29er, for instance. It's got the Bosch performance, standard performance system in place. It's come in for a tune-up here, and so we thought we'd do a little, quick little video about things you can do to maintain your bike. Number one is kind of cleaning it, right? I mean, this bike that came in is, I can see it's not been cleaned in a while. What do you suggest about that?
Yeah, so basically you guys want to make sure, like especially on your derailleur, then there's no gunk accumulated in your wheels. A good idea is to clean your chain once in a while too before you lube it. You can use any chain cleaner or degreaser. In this case, we have this one here, the Shop, that works pretty good. You just want to dab it.
What brand is that? That's a WD-40
WD-40
bike. It's not your standard WD-40, right? That's a special bike mixture.
Exactly. Yeah, this is specially made for bikes only. And what you want to do is you just damp it a little bit and then hold your chain. Obviously, I have a stand. You guys might not have a stand, but you can do. All you got to do is pedal backwards on, and you can clean it. So this is what you want to do. You just want to just pass a rag, and you can see.
And cleaning your chain, I mean, having a dirty chain can actually, your chain can fly off a lot because of that, right?
Yes.
It's not just for cosmetics.
Yeah, when gunk accumulates here on the pulley wheels, that's what makes it thicker here, so it makes the chain derail a lot. So that's what you want to do. So what I do here is I get a screwdriver. I get a screwdriver like this, and then what I do, I just put it against the wheel like this, and I pedal.
Scrape off some of the goo.
Yeah, and then that way you'll see some goo.
Got it. So that's a key kind of part of the derailleur right there.
Yes. So after you clean that out and you clean your pulley wheels off, after everything is clean and you wipe everything down, then you want to lube your wheels again, your pulley wheels, and then all you got to do is just dab it a little bit. It doesn't need to be soaked in lube the whole bike. That's all you do. Some lube there, and then on your chain you do the same thing. What I do is just pedal, and you can see it's just a couple of drops on all the chain links will do. And then once you do that, after all that, if you just wipe it one more time so it's not soaked in lube, you would not attract all the dirt.
Got it.
So that's one way to keep your derailleur with good shifting condition.
Now, what about the Bosch system itself and the battery? I mean, this is what about cleaning it and stuff? What do you recommend for that?
So you don't want to power wash it, with the battery on, especially.
Do not.
Do not.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, if you don't see a lot of dirt here, you can just wipe it down, but I always take it off just to make sure there's nothing in there. I have some Q-tips that I use to clean inside the connections, like there and there. So you can use some Q-tips and clean this, and you always got a good connection in there. But yeah, other than that, just wiping your bike, once every 2 weeks will keep your bike in good shape.
Now, what about just general? I see a lot of these bikes. They come in and after we've set it up, the customer has taken it out and rattled it to death. Bolts and things like that tend to vibrate loose. What are we looking at there?
All right. So basically,
what are the sort of key areas you want to focus on?
Let's see. Where's my tri-tool? You get a tri-tool.
Don't you have one tattooed to your arm?
No. So once you got the key main points you want to focus is your brakes and your derailleur and your handlebars, because things comes loose. So if you just grab your tri-tool or Allen set, you just want to make sure all your bolts are snug. This is what we do here for all our bikes. Just I put my tool to all the bolts.
And it's just kind of a firm hand tightness?
Yes, it doesn't have to be super torquey. There are torque wrenches you can use. I do it by feel because of all the years I've been doing this. But you can buy yourself a little torque wrench. But if you just go to all the bolts that you see, and you'll be in good shape. Make sure everything is tight, because sometimes bolts come loose.
Well, and there's also a matter of, I was riding yesterday a bike out of the box, I think, and some of the controls were not fully adjusted. And you guys should know you can unloosen these and kind of adjust them to your riding preferences, so you can reach according to your finger size and hand size and stuff.
And then, like I said, if you have an Allen set, I have two tri-tools here with different sizes. So yeah.
And customers can order this stuff from us, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can get that for customers also. So
we also just put together a interesting and helpful cleaning kit that sells for about $100 that has all the stuff you can ever want to clean your electric bike. What else? What about wheels and things like that?
Wheels, you just want to make sure you clean your cassettes. As you can see here, gunk also accumulates here.
Yeah.
You can order a brush from us here, something like this.
Right.
I seen people use just like string.
Right.
Just to clean it up, just clean it up and dunk it.
Now on this wheel also, you've got the magnet for the speed sensor, right? We don't want to mess with that. It looks like something you might want to twist and stuff, but that's key to the proper functioning of this bike. You want it in the right position. And
one thing you want to make sure you do not do is get any chemicals on your rotor.
Yeah.
If you get chemicals on your rotor, then you're going to put it back in your bike. Your bike's going to start squeaking.
Right.
So if you can cover this before you could start doing any cleaning, it'll be good for you.
I notice bikes will just start squeaking, spontaneously. I saw a product the other day that is like an anti-squeak goo or something like that. Does that stuff work?
It does work.
Okay.
It does work. You have to read the instructions really carefully. You have to follow them, and it does work.
So it's not a fault of the brakes. I mean, you can also just kind of heat them up and go through a cycle, and the squeaking will stop, right? What else? Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, or something one of you guys, a certified tech, should handle, right?
Right.
Like a guy at home is really not going to go inside their motor.
No.
Right. You're not going to mess around and connect into your BOSCH display or fiddle around with connections on your battery. When these bikes come in, we set them up and connect them to our diagnostics tool, do a printout of that, and check for any updates on the software. Other than that, it's have fun out in the trail or on the bike path, right?
That's right.
Cool. Thanks, Louis.
Thanks.
All right.